Early in the morning,
Welcome back to the channel, guys. You already know who it is. It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and I'm back with part 2 of my mental health journey, my mental health story. And first things first, I really want to say thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for the reaction to the video. It's really humbled me. It's a reminder of how far I've come. And it's a reminder of how just telling a story can impact people. And what I'm trying to say is that because I'm in such a good place mentally, or a secure place, a comfortable place, I completely forgot that everything I said in that video is not public knowledge. You know, obviously there's very intricate details and very traumatic experiences under what I was talking about that I'm not gonna ever say on camera, things like that. But even just the general kind of me talking about my identity issues, my dad, my anger issues, this, that, I've never said that before, apart from to close people. So when I said it, because I'm in such a good place, I just filmed it, edited it, uploaded it, and didn't really think much of it. When the feedback started coming through, it really humbled me. There was one voice note in particular where I hold my hands, I can't even lie. The words were so kind, and this person kind of reminded me of like quite a dark time. And thinking back to that time and how far I've come just in that 10-second period, I could feel my eyes starting to well up. And like one tear dropped from my left eye, and then another tear dropped from my right eye. And like when they both dropped, I thought, oh my God, like am I about to cry? Like this, come on, let's do this. Like so I was probably trying to force it out. Like I was like, come on, let's get crying. Like obviously, like I said in my last video, I want to be more emotional. I want to cry. Like crying feels good. When you cry, that feeling after was so nice. I tried to get proper crying and that, but never came. But it was nice to feel emotional. So thank you for the kind words and stuff. One of the points that I didn't articulate enough in my last video is the fact that male mental health is a problem. And me telling my story is me trying to represent men. Not all men, I'm just trying to be a little spokesperson for what the male experience can be like. So as I mentioned in the last video, 75% of men don't open up about their own mental health. And it's of my opinion that this expectation of men comes from social conditioning. The same way we are social conditioned to believe that certain races fit stereotypes, the way certain genders, this, that and the other, social norms and social convention basically made it so that men had to be men. You know what I'm saying? Men had to be strong. If you spoke about your feelings, that wasn't masculine, that was feminine. People who came back from World War I, World War II, mainly World War I, they suffered from PTSD. Obviously, if you go for a war, if you see people die, and if you see things like this, you suffer from PTSD. People, you know, we suffer from, people I know suffer from PTSD just from things in life. You get me? In London, for example, let alone like in war. You know, they were completely traumatized and they were branded cowards. Imagine fighting for your country, killing for your country, see people die for your country. That traumatized you, and then you get called a coward for being broken mentally. That's the history of this expectation that men can't speak about their feelings. And that's, you know, I'm a big history advocate. Where we've come from is where we are now. Okay, I might get that tattooed on me. Where we came from contributes to where we are now. Thank God for the modern world. Even though, you know, the world's getting more and more sensitive, one way that I believe that we have been more progressive has been mental health awareness, especially in men. So I'm really grateful that we're moving that way. So just to carry on then with my story, this last story, I'm gonna kind of fill in some gaps and give you a holistic approach and talk about how I dealt with things the right way, the wrong way, but I'm gonna do it in a linear process. So rather than kind of just talk about my life and then how I dealt with stuff, I'm gonna talk about my life and how I dealt with stuff then what happened next, and then 2019. So I'm gonna go to 2017, 2018, 2019, and here we are in 2020. So 2017, as you already know, was the worst year of my life. And after I got fired from my job and I was driving home just numb, well, I got paid redundancy, but if I didn't take the redundancy, they would have fired me. So I had no choice but to take the pay up, take the pay up, which obviously fine for me. It was like over $3,000, I think. I'm trying to think how quick I blew that. I blew through that pretty fast. Some of it went to the Brazil trip, but a lot of it ultimately was me partying too much. So this is the point of the video where I talk about how I dealt with it the wrong way. So in 2017, you know, I'm fresh out of a breakup. The breakup was like the third or fourth thing that happened out of like so many different things. So I'm fresh out of a breakup. I've just been fired. I've been given all this money. My mental health is not healthy. It's very unhealthy. I'm very unhinged, and the mental breakdown hasn't yet happened. So basically during that time, all I did was go out. I went to a different city every week, every other week. I was partying, driving myself into the ground, just partying too much. And what I was doing was a form of escapism. I wasn't dealing with my breakup properly. I wasn't dealing with prior traumas properly. I wasn't dealing with my work life properly. I wasn't there. So what I was doing is I wasn't mourning the breakup. I wasn't taking any losses. I just wanted to run like Usain Bolt. Literally just ran from the problems. And I ran to stuff that I enjoyed, fun stuff, partying, girls, things that were meaningless to distract myself from pain that I was feeling, basically. Like, you know, yesterday when I told you about, like, I used to say how I want to live fast, die young. Not die young. Did I say die young? I think I did, actually. I think I just wanted to live fast, die young, party, do this, do that, do the other, this, that, and the other. And like, when I watched my video back yesterday, I was like, wait a second, did I actually say that? Did I actually say that often? Maybe I was exaggerating. Maybe I lied to the video and I didn't actually say that much. Nah, the group chat confirmed I said that a lot, and it's crazy. Like, do you know what they used to call me? You know what? Listen to this voice note that my boy sent the group chat yesterday. This will give you an understanding of what my head was at. Like, it's crazy. Hold up.
At the time, we used to be like, fam, like, why are you living this? We used to call you Charlie Sheen, fam. How you trying to live this fast life, like, and die partying? Oh man.
But yeah, like, so obviously I was partying myself into the ground and I was escaping the problem. So my first recommendation would be, men and women in the audience, don't run from your problems. I'm talking to the men now directly. Please talk. Please pause and think. You don't even need to, these times I didn't even want to talk to no one. I understand you might not want to talk to people, but at least evaluate yourself. Psychoanalyzing myself, psychologizing myself, whatever the word is, always comes naturally. That's the way my mind works. So I'm always thinking about how things, experiences shape behavior, shape mentalities. So analyzing myself comes naturally. But if your mind doesn't work like that, take a breather, take a seat, and really draw on your experiences. Think about the actions that you're doing, why you're doing them. Why do you think you're behaving like this? Is it because something that happened as a youth, as a kid or whatever? Have you not dealt with that? Have you not spoken about that problem? When I talk about dealing with problems and that, I literally just mean, like, you don't have to talk to a therapist, you don't have to take it there. Even just the maturity and the consciousness to understand yourself. The power to understand yourself. Like, why am I behaving like this? Why do I do these things? Where's this come from? Don't run from the problems. Let's tackle those problems. Let's actually go head on head. Let's fast forward now. I went like Brazil to try and bring the year back. Admittedly, you might have already seen my Brazil story. Even that went tits up. So the year was just mad. 2018 comes now. This is a very important part of the story. Very important part of the story. And I didn't realize how important until 2019. Okay, so 2018 comes around. 2018, from start to finish, was the best year of my life. Everything was smooth. There was an element of maturity. I started to grow up a little bit. I was getting older, I was changing. But the problem is, I hadn't dealt with it. So from start to finish, I went on mad holidays. I went Cancun. Did I go to Vegas in 2018? Or was that 2019? Oh no, it was 2019. I went Miami for the second time. I think I touched 12 countries. Cape Verde, celebs go dating. Oh, 2018, yeah, 2018 banged off. Oh my god, yeah, I went Rome. That was crazy. Yeah, 2018 was litty. I went all these mad places, and I was just partying, and you know, I was just living a free spirited life with a gang there, but it was just amazing. But the reason why this is so important is that I still hadn't dealt with. I thought that just talking about my problems in 2017, so opening up to my mum and the gang, I said that half the problem was done. I got lazy. I thought, even though I said that half the problem was done, I've spoken about it now. People know what man's been through, so they'll understand me. I don't need to explain it no more. I've spoken about it. They empathize. They get what I dealt with. Okay, calm. No problem. So now I've got all these holidays in 2018, I'm living a party, I'm partying, I'm living life, it's more sustainable, it's all good, I'm growing with my friends, blah, blah. Boom. I'll skip past that because that was pretty much what was the whole year. But the key is I didn't deal with it because I wasn't escaping, but I was just distracting myself. 2019 comes around. So 2017, worst year of my life. 2018, best year of my life. 2019. And this is where it averages. It started level, and then it went down. It plummeted quite early because my granddad passed away. First time an immediate family member died in it to me, so it was a shock. But it wasn't specifically the death of my granddad that impacted me. It was, but it wasn't like, oh, I lost my granddad, so I'm depressed. It was like, you should know by now how my mind works. You know, my mind, I'm a deep thinker, and like, when I saw my granddad lying there, he looked so peaceful. And like, that image never left me. So like, this happened when I was deeply unhappy at work. So like, as you might already know about me, I don't like corporations. I hate corporations. Not like I hate them specifically, because hopefully eventually corporations are gonna pay me, you get me, like brands and that, but it's not that, it's the environment. I was in an environment that I wasn't thriving. I wasn't pure to my soul. I wasn't pure to my being, you understand? So when my granddad passed and I was unhappy at work, because of that unhappiness at work, all of the old trauma that I neglected back in 2017 and from as a kid, it came up again because I hadn't dealt with it. So now my mind's in a bit of a dark place. This is the start of 2019. I was thinking like, this is gonna sound, please don't read into this. Mum, I know this is gonna sound scary. Friends, it's gonna sound scary. No one's ever heard this before. I was thinking like suicidal thoughts, but not like I was gonna do that. Not like I was gonna do it, if that makes sense. Because I would never do that ever. You understand? Like someone in my family attempted that when I was a kid and failed, but not for the want of trying. And I've got strong views on suicide. I think it's my belief that it's selfish. And I know people can say, oh, you don't know what someone's feeling and to take their own life. I'm not arguing that, okay? I'm not gonna debate. I think it's selfish, and no one's gonna tell me any different because something's happened to me personally, understand? So I would never do it. I would never have done it at all, but it crossed my mind, like, if I did it, would all this pain go away? Like, the pain would just go away because my granddad was just sleeping. He's in a better place. We're the ones that suffer. Bearing in mind, I would never have done it. I hate it. I would never. But the thought would cross my mind, like, that peacefulness, that freedom, and that's not good. Coupled with my live fast, die young mentality, it's not. Honestly, it really wasn't good, and it was dangerous. And I'm every single year birthday comes around, I'm just happy. And I'm happy that I'm still here, and I'm happy that I'm still alive, because not everyone deals with their trauma, not everyone deals with their stuff the right way. And I didn't do it the right way, but I've come out the other side. What's that saying? What does Morgan Freeman say at the end of Shawshank Redemption? The guy crawled through 500 yards of shit and came out clean the other side. So as you know, 2019, I was dealing with some other stuff, like I had a growing dependency on marijuana and these habits and stuff. It wasn't good. This is last year. It was a realization for me that I hadn't dealt with what I thought I dealt with. It was a year-long distraction of 2018. I hadn't dealt with nothing from 2017 and previously. So I was talking to a few people, trying to work through some stuff. And this just takes me to the most important part of the story, is kind of how I got over the finish line. And for me, it was consistency. Consistently telling myself and training myself to think positively. I've been called cynical, I've been called negative, I've been called pessimistic for years. Now what do they call me? The glass half full, Mr. Silver Lining, Mr. Positive, you get me? That I'm all three of those. You'll not hear me have a negative mentality no more. Because I made a conscious effort to think everything, like to think positive about everything. To think that, you know, some people's mentalities, they'll be like, oh yeah, but this could happen and this. But actually, I'll just be like, well, what if you flip the script and this could also happen? So literally, there's just so many things. So consistently telling myself that it's gonna be better. Consistently reminding myself, Cam, you've got this. You've been dealing with this. You're gonna get through this. Even when you want to give up, just, you know what I'm saying? But talking to people. Okay, I said that in my last video, it's so key. Okay, talking to people. Please share your problems with your friends and your family, anyone who will listen. Even people, therapists, whatever. Okay, some therapists work, some people, some don't. Like, it's just one of them things. A big part for me that helped, was reconnecting with my family, giving me purpose. You have to remember, I identify as black, so you can imagine the horrible feeling I have that I identify as black. All my friends are black. Everything about my life is black, for example. But that side of my family, why do I not see them? So 2017, as part of me moving forward, I connected with all that side of the family again. Obviously not my dad and that, too tough, but his sisters, all my aunties, all my brother. I'm close to my brother again, all like that. And my little cousins were born. Hey, big up Ariel, big up Cairo. Hey, I can't wait to see you lot. Things like that, that gave me purpose, reconnecting with my family, going back to the gym, restarting boxing. All these things are things that I put in place to give me routine, give me structure, give me purpose, give me growth, give me goals. You understand? Admittedly, this is life. We go through ups, we go through downs. One of my parents had got diagnosed with bipolar. I believe I have bipolar tendencies. I'm very careful not to self-diagnose myself on Google and that, but it just makes sense. So half the things on there are me. You know, so in my life I've had extreme highs, 2018, and extreme lows and things like that. So depression and low points are never far away, but having the resilience to continue to drive, continue to push, continue to suffer, but continue to analyze myself, continue to learn. Why do I feel like this? What can I do? What can I put in place so I can do better? Low points are never far away in life. They could always be around the corner. But this point I'm in right now, I don't think it's ever gonna leave me. I ain't that guy no more. I've dealt with that now. I've dealt with everything about that now. Admittedly, I've still got bad habits. Admittedly, I still binge eat when I would like on occasion. I'm not a binge eater like I was. Like I have been, and you don't even want to know how many calories I can eat in a session. Actually, no, I'm going to tell you. I've eaten upwards of 7,000-8,000 calories in hour or two. Like I'm talking serious binging. Like I've gained upwards of 1 or 2 stone in a week and a half. As in, it's it's crazy, but I'm never going back there again. I'm never gonna binge eat like that again. I'm never gonna be angry like that again. I'm never gonna be well, you never know. Like life can buck you. Because 2019, I missed quite a big point actually. Because 2019, something quite traumatic happened in the mid 2019. 2 things happened at the same time, exactly the same time, and it put me under immense stress. I couldn't tell my family, unfortunately. So sorry, mum. That's just I'm gonna have to take that one to the grave for me. But that put me under immense stress, and I was at work and I was doing project work, so I was working from home. So that really wasn't a good combination. Working from home in a piss poor job that I wasn't really doing much anyway, coupled with stress and anxieties about something. I got into my depression again in 2019. It was a bit short at this time. It was mainly due to stress and anxiety, but the depression was about 2 months, and then eventually I got out of it again. So I wasn't actually going to say that, but the point I'm trying to make is that was due to external factors. So I'm not going to say that I'm never going to get depressed again, because you never know what happens in life. But as it stands, I've got no intention of going back. You understand? I'm only about positive, and I'm only about going forward. So anyway, this is part 2 of my video. It's a bit longer than I had anticipated, so I hope you enjoyed. I really hope I can inspire. Please message me, please comment on the video, please subscribe, please like, please hit the bell. Because listen, we're about to take over, so I know you need to hit that bell so you can be notified in the little banner of your phone when man's doing a video. So listen, thank you so much for humbling me, and yeah man, I'm a different person these days, so stay tuned for the growth.